Hello, welcome to Lee Statham TV. This is your LUFC Match Week Live. How you doing, Dad?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Jess?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Good. How you doing, Danny?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Lee,
Yep.
there's been some interesting stories today, right?
Oh, yeah, stories.
Right. Let's quickly. Do you want to quickly say hello to everyone in chat while I let them axe out?
Oh.
No!
Right.
Go away. Pop up. Get off. Get off. There we go. Right. Do you want to see who's in your chat, Lee?
Okay. There's Angels.
Jules.
There's Leeds. There you Jet and Jules. Hope you're doing well.
Jules.
Great weekend all round. Prayers being answered. Yep, I agree with that, Jules. I agree with that, love. We are going up, MOT. I think you might be right, Jules. I think you might be right. Where are all the angels? We're all here. We're all here.
Sort of.
Thanks, Jess. Much appreciated, love. Yes, smash the likes and be kind. Yep. Hiya, Alison. Hope you're doing well, love. Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Yeah, Lee. Yeah, everyone's saying hello to each other. Right, do you want to start with? Do you want to go with the? Do you want to go with they're all these related sort of, but do you want to go with the bad news ones or the good news ones first?
Don't know.
No, well, I'll tell you what. Let's start with Luke Ayling. Luke Ayling's done like an interview, an article, if you like, and basically he's spoke of his delight of finding a second club, and he had interest from clubs in Turkey and stuff like that. Did Luke Ayling? You know, he wasn't just Middlesbrough. But what he said was he was really frustrated at Leeds United in the end. He was really, really frustrated because I'm assuming that's because he wasn't getting the game time, Danny and Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have thought so, Stu. It's frustrating, isn't it, when you're fit to play, but you're just not quite there in what Leeds have moved forward with now. There's better options into than Luke Ayling. He's done well to find another club and find Middlesbrough, where he's only, what is it, an hour's drive, an hour and 20 minutes drive, something like that?
Yeah, because he lives in Hampshire anyway, doesn't he? So it's not even that far.
It's not too much upheaval for him, so Middlesbrough's a good move for him, to be fair.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wished we could have. I understand why. Look, from a selfish point, I wished he could have stayed till the end of the season and done his testimonial. But for a Luke Ayling self point, he had to find another club who were willing to give him a bit of. He's on contract. He's on contract loan till end of the season. Am I right in saying this, Danny? Loan till end of the season. His contract at Leeds United expires. But then he's hoping that Middlesbrough give him a new contract extension. So from that side, from that angle, I can understand why Luke Ayling had to go, or why he went, why he chose to go.
And as far as I'm aware, if Leeds win the title, I think Luke Ayling actually gets a medal. Gets the medal for it as well because he was part of the team.
Yeah. He's playing games, didn't he? It's something to do with how many games he played or something. I don't understand it fully, but yeah. Let's hope he can. Let's hope Middlesbrough let him come back to Leeds to pick up his medal.
They can't stop him. He's still in the Leeds books at the minute.
It's fair enough. That is fair enough. Leeds Angels agreed to you, Jess, and Luke was a great servant. This is from Alison, but time to move on. I agree. When we go up, some players will be showing the door. Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. Leeds United can't stand still, like Alison says there. You can't be sentimental, and you can't stand still. What would you do with and he's been a good servant to us, Danny. What would you do with Stewie Dallas?
You see, all depending how his injuries going and stuff like that. If it was me, I'd do what they did with Berardi. Give him that
One more year.
Yeah. Just as a thank you, you know what I mean? And let the fans say proper goodbye to him when he does go.
How do you feel about it, Jess? Where do you stand on it with Dallas?
It's a bad injury that he's had, Stu, and do you know what? I don't think you ever come back the same player when you've had an injury like that. And for me, if anything, yeah, I agree with Danny, but if he went into a coaching role come end of season, just because he's not going, it's a hard one, Stu, because coming back from that's hard. It's not an easy injury to come from, and you can see how long he's been out already. He either, like Danny says, gets another year, or he'll go into a coaching capacity at Leeds, maybe get a send off at end of season, a game for him or something. But yeah, either way. But it's all dependent on if Leeds go up next season, is he going to be playing in the Premier League with Leeds? That injury is a bad one to come back from. It's 50-50 what happens with him, innit?
I don't expect him to play that many games, even if he did get the year. They'd probably give him the year and then do what they did with Berardi and Pablo, that last game at season at home. Let him have a game.
Do you know, Danny, I don't know if 49ers are the sentimental type. That's just my personal opinion with it. But I do believe he gets some sort of offer at Leeds as in a coaching role. I suppose it all depends on a medical and see how he goes. I mean, I'd like to see him back in a Leeds shirt, absolutely. Do I see it happening? I'm not sure. Of course he does.
I will get back to your comments in a second, Leeds Angels, but Allison said Stewie and Coops are already doing their coaching badges. He's hoping for another year.
Yeah. Well, Daniel Farker has already said, even though he's injured, the club are going to give him as much time as it takes for him to heal. So whether that's his contract runs out or not, he's still going to be at the club doing his physio and everything
rehabilitation.
Else anyway.
Yeah, it's rehabilitation work. Yeah.
Leeds Angels says there'd be a lot that go so we can move on and look back at Sheffield, Burnley, and Luton. Well, they didn't do an awful lot, did they? They didn't strengthen a bit, and I think Leeds will. We don't want to go to the Premier and be a banter club, never winning. I agree with that, and I don't think we will. I really don't.
You know what though?
Go on, Danny.
Everybody thinks we're going to go to Premiership and win games. It's going to be hard, and a lot of people are expecting us to finish 10th, 9th. I'm not. I'm expecting us to finish round about 16th, and that's a good season for Leeds. You know what I mean? While we're winning now, enjoy it because it's not going to happen a lot in Premiership.
No, I touched on this with you, Danny, didn't I? But remember when we finished Fancam, I said to you, didn't I? I said the worst thing Leeds can do, because of how toxic some of us fans are, is have a really good run, Jess, from start of season to Christmas. Then we have a bit of a, we end up climbing, I don't know, 12th, 13th, 14th, and then we have a bit of a poor run for second half of the season. I don't want the fans to get on the players' backs because we've seen how toxic it can get at Ellen Road. Yeah, we just got to understand and appreciate, like, we're Leeds United, but we're a newly promoted Leeds United. That's what we're going to be.
Work in progress, Stu. It's like Danny says, if we get 15th or 16th in first season at Premiership, success, we've stayed up. And you build from that, Stuart, and you grow your foundations every season. I said, and Danny will back me up on this, we've been on streams with Danny, in 10 years' time, Champions League will be back at Ellen Road. But that's in 10 years' time for me. There's a 10-year project. We do it in the right way this time and build slowly and build the squad every season with newer players. And that's how you do it. Look at Brighton. They're a prime example. You've got good head of recruitment and they've built players and then sold them on and made a lovely profit. Sustainability, they're good, but as also getting Leeds up. But you can't expect Leeds to be first season saying we're going to be sat in 6th place. And we're going to get Europa League football. And that, no, I think it'll be a very, like Danny says, we'll win a few games, probably lose some as well. It will be like that. But don't expect what you've had in Championship to go into Premiership and win every weekend. Like Danny, I'm a very level fan with it. I'm not, you know, we say what we think. We have this understanding of where Leeds will be. Some people
Realistic.
don't, and you can't. Realistic, that's it, yeah.
And big up Daniel in chat. But Danny, I'm going to steal your thunder, mate. You said it to me yesterday. If Leeds United bringing, you know, two or three good players each summer, 2 loan players in January, Danny, you'd be happy with that? Because it's a notoriously difficult window to bring players in. It's January.
I think we'll bring more than 2 or 3 players in summer. I think we'll probably bring 7 or 8 in summer.
In first season, yeah. In first season, then add 2 or 3 to each summer then. Good quality.
And then at winter time, just had a couple of loans just to buy us through.
I do think the first season, I think we'll get some. I think we'll start the season with some wins, Jess. Do you know what I mean? I think we'll start with some wins because you're flying, you're riding that cloud, aren't you? Of just getting promoted back in Premier League, and you know Daniel Farker he'll be new to Premier League again after 3 years out. So I think we'll get some good results. But it's after when them results start drying up, I'm a bit worried with the fan base anyway.
It depends on fixtures, doesn't it, Stu? When they come out, if we get promoted, who we get. We have to build at home and stay how we are at home, consistently moving forward. And away from home, as long as we pick a point up and don't get absolutely mauled, I'd be happy with that. I really would. You know, there's always winnable games in Premiership where you look at and you say, like, you know, Nottingham Forest, stuff like that. And then, you know, if you go away to Liverpool and get a point or even 3, which they have done in the past, happy days. But home form is key in Premiership for me, Leeds.
Leeds United is still the only team to beat Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah, I know, that's why I brought that. That's why I said can be done.
Going back to Stewie Dallas, Allison says that he's broke down several times.
Yeah, he's had some he's had operations and stuff like that, and it's gone wrong. You know what I mean? So he's had to go back and get it redone and stuff. So, but the best thing is though, he's still involved. He's still involved at the club. You know what I mean? If you look at when they're going down tunnel and that end of game, he's always there greeting the players. So,
Leeds Angel says you can be sentimental as well. We still have Alan Clark.
we don't.
Alan Clark.
Does she mean who plays for Sunderland?
Yeah, probably. Jack
Yeah,
Clark.
Jack
He went
Clark.
ages ago.
He's not.
No,
out.
I don't think Leeds had re-signed him, Angels, if we did go back in Premiership. I have seen a few little snippets. I get what you mean, but no, I don't think Leeds would buy him.
Oh,
Jack Clark. You know, if we went back up.
I won't go for Jack, and I won't go for Calvin Phillips neither.
Well, I'm going to touch on Calvin Phillips, so we'll do that now. David Moyes is given a damning verdict on Calvin Phillips. He's at West Ham. He's not happy with him at all. You know, and how many times did we hear Calvin Phillips was world class when he were at Leeds? And people were saying
when he were at Leeds, Stu. Yeah, when he played and were at Leeds, yeah. That 2 years out's killed him. I swear to God.
And they were saying that Rock Phillips were better than Rice. Rice is scoring crucial goals for Arsenal. Calvin Phillips is scoring own goals for West Ham. That's the difference.
You know what I think's done Calvin Phillips is going to Manchester City and having the injuries that he's had.
Do you think what Pep Guardiola said about his weight issues has knocked a lot of confidence out of him as well, Danny?
Yeah.
Because he's been terrible. It hasn't worked at all. It hasn't worked at all at West Ham.
I don't think they'll sign him to
If
end of season, West Ham.
Calvin Phillips gets picked for England in Euros, then we know there's some backhanders going on because he don't deserve to be there.
He can't even get in
Right.
West Ham squad.
I didn't know this, but West Ham, the reason why they managed to get him is because they've agreed to pay the £500,000 a week wages.
500,000.
500,000, but he can't be. He can't be on that much.
£500,000 a month. Sorry, that's what he's on a month.
I'm going to
Yeah,
say,
I'm going to say a week. Wow.
No, £500,000 a month.
Yeah, but I bet they don't sign him at end of season, Stu. I don't think West Ham will sign him.
No. Even Moyes is disappointed in him.
And do I want him back at Leeds next season? No, I don't. I prefer Gruev and Kamara, or even better when Archie Gray's slotted back in at midfield with Ampadu. We don't need Calvin Phillips. Please don't get him at the end of the season. I think he'll end up going abroad, me, Stu. And at season Phillips.
Calvin Phillips will not get back in this team.
No, we don't want him. No sentimental on that one, neither, will Leeds. You can't. No.
He'll be doing at Man City, sat on the bench.
No.
See, Man City will be desperate to offload him. And if someone abroad will come in for a bid, I think Man City will just take anything.
I think he'll go to Italy.
Juventus.
Well, not just. I think he's going to have to re-establish himself. And Italian football's a lot slower than English football. So going over in Italy with warm weather and that, if he's still got injuries and niggles, it helps you. Warm weather helps you. So over there, reintroduce yourself and then maybe come back.
Allison says, spoke to Stewie's family. He wants a coaching role with the kids.
What are you doing?
No wrong with that.
Go on then if you're going out.
Yeah.
I agree there, Danny. It's not the bottom three. I will be happy.
Downstairs.
I'm going to clip that up. Lee Angel. I'm going to clip that up. Lee Angel says that should be happy as soon as we are in bottom three.
I'll be back.
Happy for 7 o'clock, Harry.
Yeah, I'm clipping that. Lee Angel. Remember, you said that you'll be happy as soon as we're not in bottom three. So next season, when we're fourth from bottom, I don't want you complaining at me. Yes.
I'm clipping that. I'm coming back to that, Stu. Have I got your permission to clip it? I'm going to clip that, put it in a video. Come on, some of the stuff she puts in. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
First season after getting promoted is always about staying in the league. 17th is good enough. Totally agree, Daniel. Totally agree.
16th, 17th for me, and then season after that you go 13th to 15th. Season after that you go 13th to 9th. Season after that you go 9th and start working your way up.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a long process. It is. I mean, look. I mean, I'm not being funny, but if I know Chelsea are a team of individuals, I get it. But they spent £1 billion on that team, and they still can't get to top 6. Never mind top 4. You know what I mean? They can't do it. They can't get to it. And Man United are struggling. You know, the high and mighty Man United are struggling in Premier League. So,
I hope Newcastle do Chelsea tonight, Stu. To be fair, I'm hoping Barcodes win.
Yeah, I will be in the chat. Enjoying a bit of rest, just like you keep telling me to do.
I'll be in chat as well. Me and Stu will start picking on everybody.
Yep, we'll keep them all going. At least I don't want Farker to getting all the blame. He will be as good as what he took on from Big Sam. I never wanted.
You see, he didn't take it on. He didn't take it on for Big Sam. Big Sam was here for 4 games. You can't count that team as Big Sam's. That team wasn't Jesse Marsh. Not Big Sam.
Yeah, I agree.
Not Javi Grazia. You know what I mean? It's Jesse Marsh's team, not Big Sam.
Stewie's family have also said that he's looking for a coaching job with the kids. That's good to hear, Alison. It is good to hear. Right, touch on a bit of transfer news, Jess. I don't know if you've heard about this, right? Well, let's start with the transfer news. Apparently, there's a player called, you'll know him, Danny Osaya Samuel.
Osaya Samuel, yeah. He's been
Well, apparently he's keen on. He would be happy to come to Leeds as soon as we get promoted.
yeah, he's at Fenerbahce. I won't have him.
You wouldn't have him.
Oh, they're still sniffing about. No. Need somebody
Well,
better.
apparently, if we get promoted, he'd consider coming to Leeds.
Yeah, he can keep considering it all he wants.
No, it's a no from me, Pavel.
So I don't know much about him.
He's Nigerian, isn't he?
Nigeria.
Yeah. He's been at Queen's Park Rangers, 103 appearances, Stu, 11 goals. No, we're all right, Tar. He's only scored 5 for Fenerbahce.
He's a Nigerian winger that's converted to a right back.
Ah, right.
Yeah, right back winger, yeah.
Right, fair enough.
He's only played 14 times for Nigeria, Stu, now.
What about you, Lee? Do you know about him, though? Yeah, no?
No.
There you go. That'll do. Lee, we have enjoyed this season. I think we've enjoyed this season. I've enjoyed this season, definitely. It's been a good season.
This is what I'm saying to fans, though, that are expecting us to go up and do stuff. No offence, Colin, when he said it other night, when he expected Europe straight away. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Enjoy what you're getting now, because it's not going to happen in the Premiership first season.
But to be fair, though, how far through that bottle of vodka were it?
A lot of way. Well, halfway by the looks of it.
Even if we don't go up, I will stay loyal to Farker. He has given us up. We look, Leeds Angels. You know me. I sit on the fence about a lot of things, but I'm all but sure that Leeds are going to get promoted this season. Now I've seen enough to say yes. Leeds are the team to get promoted. I'm not 100% sure that we're going to win titles, but I'm 95% convinced that we're going to get promoted. And for me, that's a pretty good, big amount of percentage.
And to answer Daniel's question, no, he's too old.
Ben Davis, yeah, and he does a job. He does a good job when he. I'm not saying he does a good job, Daniel, but when it's called upon, he does a job for Tottenham. But he's not. No, he's not. I don't think he's Premier League quality. I really don't. Maybe Championship, Daniel, but not Premier League.
The players that Leeds will be going for in age-wise will be anything from 18 to 26. But anything older than that, they probably won't be getting.
I mean, there's another article, Danny, and now I don't rate this website. Give me Sport.
Give me Sport. No, it's.
Well, this is from that James Marshman, or whatever it's called.
He's been on Joe's a few times. He's still, I still wouldn't believe it. Like,
well, he says that Leeds are definitely in for Joe Rodon, and we've got a strong chance of signing him.
Well, yeah, because I've heard that Daniel Levy's been told by a solicitor not to try and mess about with Leeds over the price of Joe Rodon. He should be expecting a bid between 10 to 13 million pound for Joe Rodon, and if he does, accept it.
Right, fair enough. Well, that's what this is where you're unsure, Danny. Your knowledge about Leeds is up there. Would that be a good? Would you be desperate to get Joe Rodon as a full-time signing?
Yeah, he's been good for us this season, Stu, but I wouldn't overpay the odds just because Daniel Levy, like Danny says, 10 to 13 million is a steal. And I'd have him for that any more than that, and I'd look elsewhere.
Fair enough. What about you, Lee? Would you have him, Joe Rodon?
Yeah.
Don't forget, all Joe Rodon's games that he's played for Leeds, Swansea, everything else have all been in the Championship.
He's untested in Premiership, so we're taking a bit of a risk.
I'll have to get our friend Still back on channel during pre-season and see what the latest is on him near the end of season. Back he could do it could be our Klopp. Don't laugh, but he could.
I agree.
I agree with that,
Oh.
Vince Angel.
Only way he's going to be Klopp is if he goes and gets some new teeth.
No,
I
but
like
mentality-wise, Danny, I think he's got a very similar staple to Klopp, to be honest.
Yeah. I can understand it that way, yeah, but Klopp plays a totally different brand of football than what Farker does.
Yeah, but
I
if you
will
look
say-
at what he does with players, and but even his passion's very similar. But it must be just German managers in general, maybe.
Yeah. Daniel Farker likes the Welsh. Shout out these German managers. I think they're all doing a pretty good job. Or
Yeah.
have done a good job in the past. Wagner with Huddersfield got them promoted. But
He's doing well.
I think he'll do something well. I think he'll do something good for Sheffield Wednesday next season. I really do. I think
Wagner
He's
now
at
is doing
Norwich,
well.
isn't it? Doing him well
Wagner,
at
yeah.
Norwich. He's Wagner, yeah. Cole, that's what you're all about. Collie, is it Collie that's at Chef Wednesday? Cole. He's
Roll.
German, isn't he? Yeah. Roll, that's it.
he'll do something decent next season.
If they stay up.
Oh, he was a player in the 70s, Alan Clark.
Yeah. He's still not here. Yeah, he's part round. He does like Eddie Gray does, meeting people and stuff like that, but he don't play.
Daniel says, still to this day, I don't know why we signed Jack Clark. We nearly ruined his career.
Do you know what though? We rubbed his hands with that deal because there was no way he was worth £10 million, but Spurs paid it.
All right, Jackie Charlton.
He's brown bread.
David Moyes has at least he's won a cup for them. Yeah, Conference League. Yes, you're right.
Jesus Christ, us four on this panel could probably win Conference League.
They've not won anything in years at West Ham. I think it's over 30 odd years since they last won a tournament. No one is paying a fee for Phillips. He's too injury prone. So big up to Moyes. Yeah, big up to David Moyes. Yeah, you're right, Lee Jules. You're right, love. Afternoon, Lee and his team. Afternoon, Inky.
Morning, Inky.
Just how you doing a watch along for that game?
I am.
Tonight?
I am.
You do, yeah, you are right. Who's on with you tonight? The ladies, the girls, Jess.
Ladies tonight, yeah.
Good. I like seeing Kells and is Stacey on with you?
Yeah, she's getting a minute before she goes. Dinglevan goes to Ireland. She won't be watching so it's all good. Did you get a video off of Stacey this morning, Danny? I got a
No.
lovely video of Aaron Russell singing Bewitched at 9:30 this morning.
I
That Fringe. I'll
didn't get
send it
one.
to you. I'll send it to you.
Yes, send it to me. It'd be funny. You know what though? I'd rather Jess have the ladies on, and like I said to Jess, I'll jump on when she needs somebody. You know what I mean? So I'd rather have the ladies on before I jump on.
Don't worry, we've got loads planned for this week. It'd be interesting.
Ah,
Yeah, you've got another ladies' night on. Is it Friday?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
That's
That
the show I'm really looking forward to. Really, I'm looking forward to that.
Well,
Stacey's
Stacey,
in
what-
Ireland. No,
Yeah,
I
she
know, we're gutted. I realised when I planned it, I was like, oh no, Stacey about. But she said she might try join us if she can get somewhere in Ireland. So
Who's on it? You, Evie, Kells.
I've asked Evie, but obviously Evie's busy with stuff, so offers there for Evie. But Renee's going to join us and Kells is going to join us. We're just going to just something a little bit different for a Friday night because there's no game to do, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Premier League is more about who has the best system in the league. Spending millions in the league doesn't guarantee teams anything anymore. Well, Daniel, look what Big Angie's done for you. Yeah, you brought in a couple of decent players, but you brought in some real good bargains in Van der Ven He was a steal for you. I hope he ain't too injured. He went down early in second half, but he was carrying a knock from first. So I hope he's not too injured for you. And Daniel is spot on. Your fans have got to have some realism about the Premier League. Next season there will be more losses than wins. Michael, hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Any player who wants to come to Leeds, subject to Leeds gaining promotion, should not sign them, as they are just mercenaries.
Yep.
The only reason I asked, I see Joe doing a stream about Ben Davies links in January transfer window.
Yeah, no, that was just paper talk, I think, most of it. But yeah, it was too old.
Right, can I touch on some last point I really want to touch on, and then we'll get to people in chat, I promise you guys. But Danny, right, we're all talking about how Leeds have reeled in Ipswich, Leicester, right? Why do you think Leicester have gone from a 17-point advantage to a 3-point? What's gone wrong at Leicester? That's what I'm asking. Because we're all saying how well Leeds have done, but there's a reason. There's a reason why Leicester have dropped so many points. But what is that reason?
Well, Locke's got asked that today, and he thinks it's to do with the players' mentality. And Maresca only having one plan, which is Plan A. And if that don't work, they'll try to do Plan A better.
Could it be also to do with we've played so many games, Danny? Could it be? Could it be tired?
We've played the same amount of games.
Yeah, but we looked a bit leggy on Tuesday night.
Yeah, but
we just managed to bounce. I don't know how we've done it, but we've got us energy from somewhere and bounce back.
Yeah, but that's all it takes for Leicester to bounce back is one win. They get another win, they'll be bouncing back again. Don't forget, Ipswich have had their slump. We had our slump in August and over Christmas. Southampton are now on their slump. All it takes is for one win for them to be back on track.
What about you, Jess? What do you put Leicester's poor run of form down to?
Complacency, maybe, Stu. There were sat so many points clear that sometimes you think you're just going to turn up to games and win. You don't have to put a performance in. And probably since January, as we've gone that way, Leicester have slowly gone that way with it all. And it's like Danny says, there's no plan B. There's plan A and plan A only clearly with him. And Danny's right. They've played the same amount of games as us, other than they've got an extra game in FA Cup this week. So, yeah, I know we've looked tired, but we've dug in. I don't know what it is with him. If it's a little bit same as Chelsea, a little bit of team of individuals. It's Vardy having to bang him in, and look at Vardy, he's knocking on. No, he dug him out at crap again at weekend, didn't he? They've just look. It's 3 points that are in it now. It's gone from a massive amount to that in space of 7 weeks. I'd be nervous. I'd be looking over my shoulder every game now for them. They are going to be nervous. Leeds have just got to take care of business.
And it's also down to we winning games and Leicester drawing games. You know what I mean? They draw, they get 1 point. We win, we get 3 points. So that's an extra 2 points coming off. You know what I mean? So it's like you say, like Jesse said, complacent. Oh, we'll go into this game and the bottom at league will. You know what I mean? We don't have to play that good. Where in this league, anybody can beat anybody, unless you bother them.
Totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Denny says, "Good afternoon, guys. Hope you're all doing well." Good afternoon, Denny. Hope you're doing well, mate.
Afternoon, Denny.
Are you in charge of comments? There you go, Lee. If Leeds don't obtain promotion, should Farke lose his job?
No,
because he wasn't expected to get us promoted this season anyway, Michael. To be fair, it were a 2-year plan to get back to Premier League, wasn't it, from the start? And I think he's done a remarkable job. Why would he be at risk of losing his job?
So I watched a thing on Leeds United thing. There were this bloke something to do with Sky for interviewing Daniel Farke, and he was saying when Daniel Farke was getting asked by the journalist, you're looking at thing and that, and you kept saying no. We'll look from game 40 to before it gets to game 46. And this bloke said, your last 2 seasons that you've been in this position with Norwich, you went the first season you went Norwich from January to the last game of the season. You played 20 games and 13 unbeaten. 10 of them were straight wins. And then the second season, he had 15 games unbeaten, and 12 of them was wins in the second season for Norwich consecutively.
I agree. Look, I don't think he should be sacked. Far from it. I think anybody who, I mean, I can't believe. I haven't been on Twitter since I saw comments about Farke being sacked, Farke out and stuff. Not for me at all. I think it's just overreactionary.
No, not at all. They've said it was a 2-year plan anyway, so if he didn't get us up this season anyway, I don't think 49ers would sack him anyway. So if he gets us up this season, bonus. But if it is next season, they had that plan in play anyway. So no, not for me. Not what he's come into and not what he's built. No.
I actually think they're going to offer him another contract, keep him there a bit longer.
I agree, Danny.
Well, let's get some of these comments done. Yeah, I'm taking 30 million. That's all the money back for the player who's barely played for us. And like Danny and Jeff said, Roden is improving in the Premier League level. Gonna go to your next comment, Lee. He loves the fans in his own way. Daniel Farke. Oh yeah, Daniel Farke loves Leeds. Yeah, of course he does. He does. They're fit there playing for Farke, and they fit there when playing for Farke and the fans. Yeah, I agree. Roll at Sheffield Wednesday, and I think Huddersfield manager might be German or Austrian.
Yeah, the Huddersfield manager's German as well, isn't he? Right.
Danny, that's his name. Our boss at Sheffield Wednesday. I think he's going to do a good job for you, Danny, next season. I do. Good afternoon, Michael. I know that that's why I said about sentimental leave with tears and move on in the best interest. She never makes it. Jess Dinglevan will end up in a scrapyard, I thought. A number of teams have been investigated due to profit and sustainability issues. Aston Villa for 1, Leicester will definitely get a point deduction next season, either in the Premier League or Championship.
Yeah, well, it's like Aston Villa. If they get relegated from the Premiership into the Championship, they've already got a 10-point deduction waiting for them. And the Championship, it'll be there till as long as it'll take for them to come back in. So,
rightly so. If they've breached the rules, Danny, it's right, isn't it? You know what I mean? They deserve to be punished.
Because Aston Villa spent all that money to ensure that they got out of the league. You know what I mean? And they got out of it, so they've broken the rules. So they've got points waiting for them when they come back. Deduction.
Stacey will be on Saturday. I am going to nick her wheels so she can't move.
On Saturday, she'll be in Ireland, so I hope you get there in time.
Because they're nervous. Or Leicester. Yes, Stu, it might bite use on the bum. It's not. It's too close to call. I think it's to do with your form as well. I think they started panicking, realising oh shite that Leeds might catch Leicester and makes them start doubting themselves. Possibly, Daniel. Possibly, mate. You're probably right.
But Daniel
go on, Danny.
Daniel Farke, when he says we'll look from game 40 to game 46 before he starts looking at league, how confident has he been? That's the thing. You know what I mean?
For me, it should be top three that go up. She's never liked the playoffs.
I agree.
You know what I think they should do? I think so. Your top two go up, yeah, automatically, and your bottom two from the Premiership come down, and then third place in the Championship should play third bottom in the Premiership, like
When it's winning.
like £1 million game to see who stays up. You know what I mean? So that's what they should do.
Didn't they used to do like in rugby? I don't know if they still do, but that come into it, didn't it, in rugby?
Yeah, rugby league they still do it. You know what I mean? That it makes it exciting because you know what I mean. You could be staying in the league, or you could be getting relegated, and another team coming up. You know what I mean?
It's all about finances and Sky Sports and what broadcast and stuff in it. I mean, what did they say that game generates? It's worth 125 million or something.
They call it the £100 million game, don't they?
Yeah. Southampton are having a slump. They have won their last 2 games.
Yeah, they're going to end up with 2 games in hand anyway, so it's better to have the points on the board than games to be played.
All I can hear is it's like Terminator voice in my lug.
Is that better?
That's better.
Do you know what it sounded like? Do you know when somebody tried to give you a mucky called out phone?
Did I do out for you, Danny?
No.
No.
Sorry, as I was saying, the best team in league at the moment, you got Leicester at top of league, but Leeds are playing the best football in league. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yep. Good point. What Jules is making now. We haven't lost at home yet.
Yeah, but there's still time. I think this game on Sunday could be the banana skin that could do it.
Do you?
Yep. He's going to come and do what Huddersfield did and kick us around. And they're really good on set pieces with Neil Harris. So as long as we don't concede any dodgy set pieces, you know what I mean? I think this could be the game where we could, I'm not saying we are could lose his own record.
It's up your own. I think it's going to be a tough game. Always is against Millwall. They never make it easy for us, do they?
No.
I just hope, though, Danny, that his home crowd will get us over the line.
Hopefully, because they'll be fired up with it being Millwall, you see, so...
Yeah, definitely, 100%. 100%. I mean, again, though, it's a weird time, Sunday, isn't it? It's a weird time.
3 o'clock.
The only good thing is, though, I don't have to pay for. I don't have to get on a jumbo jet, pay for that to go to wherever, and then fly back. Do you know what? A perfect game for privilege, and then fly back. He's done so well, and I wouldn't mind Daniel Farker at Sheffield Wednesday. I respect either. I respect him so much.
If Daniel Farker went to Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield Wednesday stayed up, Sheffield Wednesday will be at top half at Championship next year.
Yes, Danny. Because it was a mess at Leeds. It was. Michael Brown says, I watched Leicester beat QPR away earlier in the season, and after the match, Leicester players were taking selfies on the pitch, acting as if they'd already got the promotion. I think you say night to Leeds Angels. Carol, I love. Hope you're doing well.
Oh,
Hope
Carol.
you're doing well.
Hi, Carol, love.
Yeah, Angels, hope you're doing well. Next one down late, please. Thank you. Tyler Adams was on the bench for the last time this season for Bournemouth. Given the extent of his injury, what was the point of him leaving Leeds? He has not kicked a ball this season, and it's March. Well, he wanted to go. Didn't
He probably won't kick a ball again for the rest of the season, neither.
I am going to enjoy it as well. We can
Well, as that.
with these wins, yeah. Are you coming down, Lee? Thanks, Jess, love. I hope we guys don't bring any more on loan players that brought you down from the Premier League. I don't respect any players that don't want to play and move on. I agree with that, Denny. I agree. They've spoiled it for footy of bankers. You've got a dirty. Hang on, you've got a dirty mucky man on there. LOL.
You, when you went off with your sound audio.
Any heavy breathing?
Seriously, Stu.
Top three should go up. It's like when players and fans get to the final, they sell them to the too commercial. It's not fair. Tickets go to the fans. I agree with that. Keep coming late. It's all about greed. Next one down, Lee. Good afternoon, Kels. Hope you're doing well, love. Hope you're doing well.
Kel.
Evening, Kel.
The stadium we got in the UK, the stadiums we got in the UK aren't big enough.
Yeah, but it's all right saying they're not big enough. You've only got so much land you can build on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how big they are. You've only got so much land you can build on. You see, Leeds are going to be building on theirs, but they're not building outwards. They're building upwards. You know what I mean? So you've only got so much you can build on. So it doesn't matter how big they are, really. You know what you can do about it.
And it's a fine line, in it, Danny, between building a 70,000 seater stadium and moving from Elland Road, or do you stay at Elland Road where you've always been known for and make it to its maximum capacity as you possibly can?
Well, like the 49ers says, they don't want to make Leeds United into one of these ball stadiums just killed all the way around. They want to try and keep it as authentic as they can. If that means building on the west stand, which they will be doing, and building on the Cop or south stand, which to make it a 55,000 seater stadium. But what they don't realise is that Leeds could build a 70,000 seater stadium in it before every week. You know what I mean? And that's just by Leeds fans, not these fans coming from abroad like Manchester, Man City, and all that.
I agree. Leicester, Leeds, and Ipswich all look like wary at the moment. This 8-day rest, as well as the international break, has come at a good time for the clubs, so long as none of the players get injured. Yeah, but you're right. You're spot on it, Michael. It's same for Ipswich and Leicester as well, like you says.
Yeah, but it's not that. Everybody says, "Oh, it's international players get a break." They don't, because they're away on international duty, so they're still actually playing. They're not getting a break. You know what I mean? So everybody says, "Oh, international, you good, don't your players can still get injured while they're out there."
We're on the great roll. Let's go. Totally agree with that, Leeds Angels. Michael's asked, what is the name of Evie's podcast channel? She mentioned it on Joe's podcast. It will be out this week.
Discourse of Peacock.
Thank you, Michael. They are they're the ones that are standing on the in the rain and cold snow. So it's only fair. I agree with that, Leeds Angels. Hi, Carol and Alice, Angels and Alison. Endo Maraska, Leicester manager, is blaming the poor performances of Leeds winning. He put that on Twitter, which I think he is chatting rubbish. I just hope to God bless the City drop off. If they drop off, Danny, they're in a lot of trouble. They're in a lot of trouble, Danny. If Leicester don't get promoted this season, a hell of a lot of trouble.
A lot of Leicester fans I'm hearing, if Leicester end up in playoff, they don't think Leicester will win it, and they don't think it's going to be. They think it could be 5-10 years before Leicester are back in the Premiership.
Liverpool, Everton, Arsenal, Man City, Spurs. Either found they found some.
They haven't found land for Liverpool. Liverpool have redeveloped to Anfield. They haven't bought. They've redeveloped to Anfield.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've got Tottenham Hotspur. I know they've got this brand new stadium, but they've still got the centre spot is where the old centre spot were.
Yeah, they rebuilt. Yeah, because they played at Wembley for a season, didn't they, Tottenham? So they redeveloped White Hart Lane. Manchester City got land built off thingy because Main Road was still going, so that were a brand new stadium with new land. Fair enough. Well, they didn't redevelop on Main Road, and Arsenal, they bought new land because they were at Highbury, so 2 out of the 4, but it's hard to get land nowadays. It comes at a premium, does land. And have you seen where Everton built at that stadium? It's right next to water. Not good.
Yeah, West Ham got the Olympic.
Look, I despise Everton. I want them to go down, but I like the idea that it's on docks, Jess.
Yeah.
Maybe, but we'll see how they redevelop. That land where their stadium is, Everton Goodison Park, that's been sold for a premium anyway. That'll get redeveloped into housing.
Only way Everton could build on their old ground is by taking half the park, which is at the back of it. Because at the front
they
of
were
it,
going to do, weren't they? At Liverpool at one point, they were going to have a ground share, weren't they? At Stanley Park, not long back.
At the front of Everton, you've got big blue gates, then you've got a parking space for about 4 cars, and then you've got a main road.
Yeah. So they had to move, didn't they? They had to move to Everton. They had no choice to expand. It's been a poor state when we are a big club and in time needs to improve. It's in a poor state. We are what Ellen Road's in a poor state where we are a big club and in time it needs to be improved. I think it will get improved over time. Leeds Angels, I do. We get 50,000. We get 50,000 easy. I think Jamie Vardy will retire this year. I think you might be right, Danny. I do. I think you might be right.
I think if Leicester don't go up, he'll retire. I think he might stay one more season in
Championship.
As Manchester City, Everton, that I am saying that, and then build and redevelop. It needs it. Yeah.
Yeah, but Angels, round where Leeds United Stadium is, there's nothing for them to build on. They can't take half the motorway out. They can't take
Ellen Road out because his house is on that side.
Yeah, so you can't think. So they've got to build up, not out. And then you've got to get, if you want to move the stadium, you've got to get planning permission, which can take up to 5-6 years to get it.
Like we said at the beginning, Leeds Angels, I think what we've got to do as Leeds United fans is slow, steady steps. Don't go at everything at 100 miles an hour thinking that we're back in Premier League. We automatically need an 80,000 seater stadium.
No team in the Premiership have got an 80,000 seater stadium. You know what I mean?
What's Man United's, and they're big. They are the biggest club in UK in England, aren't they? In UK, Man United.
I think there's 70,000.
So 50. If we get to 55,000, we are that far off them. We're only 15,000 off them.
The only grounds that have over that is your Cardiff Millennium Stadium and your Wembley.
Your national stadiums, you're right, Danny. You're right. Right, and I'm not being funny. I walked around when I had my 2 legs. I walked around Wembley Stadium, and it's a big area. It's a big area to walk around. It's that thing, you know. God, it takes ages. That's one big stadium. Is Wembley. You know, Leeds is. I like Leeds. I like Ellen Road. I like it. It's nice. It's an old-fashioned ground. Old-fashioned. It's an old-fashioned. You know, it's a traditional ground, shall I say?
And a lot of these grounds now, when they're rebuilding them, the fans are further away from the pitch.
Yes. West Ham, that's a prime example. That is, I like to be right next to it, Danny, on touchline. Me, within touching distance of where they're taking a throw in.
And West Ham had to move out of the actual area.
Yeah, it's about Old Trafford Stadium, Dad.
Yeah.
Currently, capacity is 74,310.
I told you about 70,000, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. Do we want them to move Leeds United ground? Surely it's better to develop what we've got. Set up a better transport system and update our current ground to the 21st century. I think that'd be a cheaper way of doing it than actually rebuilding and rechanging grounds.
There's actually planning permission in at the moment for trams to go from Leeds City Centre to Ellen Road.
Now, it'll make it a lot better, won't it, Danny? It'll make it a lot better.
Yeah.
Do you know, I wish we could have had at Ellen Road a train station.
Well, they could build one, but that means then just taking the train station out at Morley, where people are used to it. You know what I mean? So it's...
Pascal is likely to be available after the international break. Would you bring him straight back into the team and move Ampadu into midfield, leaving Gruev on the bench? Pascal goes straight. Pascal gives Leeds an aerial threat. I think I think it'll be unfair on Gruev if he did that.
Yeah. For me, he don't come straight back in. He's got to fight for his place.
I think the only thing why I think he will come straight back in, unfortunately, though, Dan, is his team captain, isn't he?
I couldn't be bothered if he was team captain or not. He's still got to fight for his place. Cooper's actually the team captain, and he's not starting.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. That 39,000 we can do better. We will be doing a lot when we get that. Will it send it? Is it to 55, Danny? First phase.
No, it's there's no first or second phase. It's all going to be up to about 50. The same between 55 to 6,000.
On that one side.
So there's not going to be no. So it's going to be they're going to do the west. They're going to do the west stand, and I don't know if it's the east. So you've got the east stand, haven't you? The big one.
Then they're going to mirror it with each side, aren't they?
Yeah, and then either the south stand or the cop is going to be the same height as well.
Right, fair enough. Everton should go back and play at their first stadium, their true home.
Do it.
Friday we'll have one more. A lot of Leicester City players are on big salaries. Conor Cody is earning between 70 and 90 grand a week. Well, they'll have to sell some of their players. Second season.
Do you know what Harry Winks is on a week? 90k a week.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Conor Cody's on 75k a week. He only played 5 games.
Hey up, Colin. Hope you're doing well, mate.
Hey up, Colin. The man that wants European football straight away when we go up.
As Sheffield Wednesday fan, I just thought to God we stay up and have a good running. I think you'll stay up, Danny. I think you're too good to go down. I know no team's too good to go down, but you play good enough football to stay in league, definitely. There's no doubt about it.
I think if you beat Ipswich at weekend, you'll stay up.
Make sure we're smashing the like. Thanks, Jess, love. Just get to a few comments, guys, and then we'll start wrapping up, because I know Jess wants to get back to Harry, and I want to get back to...
Harry's gone out, Joe. Don't worry about Harry. He's gone out. He's gone out to play football, mate, yeah.
Bless him, Colin. Camp Nou is a good stadium. I've been there for a stadium tour, and it is good, as well as looking at you're looking at going to a game one day at the Camp Nou.
That's Barcelona.
It's Barcelona, Lee. You're right, mate. You're right.
That's getting redeveloped, though, isn't it? At the minute, they're playing at a different ground, Barcelona. It's getting massively redeveloped.
It's getting redeveloped and all, in it. Real Madrid Stadium's getting redeveloped.
Yeah, Bernabeu.
Lee's in charge of chat. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Are you on later, guys? I'll be in chat later on, but Jessie's on the JSY Talks Football. As you know, Leeds Angel, she's doing right. Let me get this right. Newcastle v Chelsea, or is it Chelsea? It's Chelsea v Newcastle, isn't it? Chelsea are at home.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Don't make a difference if both players. Don't matter. Don't which way you say it, really, does it?
Pascal needs to fight for his place, just like anyone else. Ampadu and Rodon are playing great in defence. I wouldn't change them. That's what Kel says.
Look at that, right? Since Ampadu's come in January,
We've conceded less goals.
We've won 11 out of 12 games and only conceded 3 goals.
It's crazy, isn't it? So why would you change that? Why would you change it? I won't change it. That's crazy money. Leeds Angels is saying. And come on, Newcastle 2-1 win. I hope you're right, Denny. I love it. They beat them.
It all depends whether Newcastle can get stand out at supermarket or not, but first.
Well, look, has anyone got else to want to say before we start wrapping this stream up?
Yeah, score predictions for the Millwall game on Sunday.
I don't want to sit on fence again. I'm going to go Leeds 2-1 win.
You're not sitting on fence? Oof.
No, 2-1 win. I've just got that bit of a air of confidence about Leeds at the moment. 2-1 win.
Now I'm going to sit on the fence and go 1-1.
1-0 Leeds. I'm going to go 1-0 Leeds.
What about you, Lee? I hope. Here we go.
4-0 Leeds.
And take it all day long.
I'll take that.
Hello.
Then it's going 3-1 to Leeds. Going to on Sheffield Wednesday game. Going to go 2-1 to Ipswich. Yeah, all right, Danny. Since you're in chat, mate, let's go around house for the Sheffield Wednesday game for Ipswich as well. Let's do that for Danny. Who wants to start?
I'll start, and I think Sheffield Wednesday beat them 3-1.
Jess?
2-1 Sheff Wednesday.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Sheff Wednesday as well. Lee?
Sheff Wednesday, Ipswich. 3-0 to Sheff Wednesday.
Go on, Lee.
And I'll tell you my score as I'm going Ukbo 2 and Barry Bannon gets 1.
Yeah, he's a good player, that Barry Bannon. I like him. I like him a lot.
Good player, but they're an ugly little git.
Well, I haven't no oil painting, Danny, so that's why I like him.
Me neither.
Barry Bannon, like he's been run over and then run over again.
Carol said 2-1 to us. Kel says 2-0 to Leeds. Says that Leeds Angel says that Leeds. We're going to smash them.
No, won't be as easy as what people think.
If
They're
Leeds
gonna come.
beat Millwall by 2 clear goals, they will go top. They will go top of the league.
Yeah, I think it'll be 1-1. They're going to come and do an Huddersfield kickers about, and they're really good on set pieces. So
Colin saying 1-0 win. We're going to put the Lion. We're going to put the Lion in the cage.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Kelsey's going Sheffield Wednesday 1, Ipswich 0. Dennis is getting there, Lee, man. Wednesday win. Look, I know we've got. I know it's called Yorkshire rivalry and stuff, Danny, right? But I don't want to see any Yorkshire club get relegated. I don't know about you.
all the ones I want to see get relegated to Huddersfield. Then people's dogs might be safe.
Well, has anyone got else to want to add before we start wrapping up, Jess? Have you got what you want to say, my love?
No, mate, no.
So where can people find you, Jess, before we do wrap up?
People can find me at JSY Talks Football. Come on over and join the madhouse.
Danny, have you got what you want to say before we start wrapping up?
No.
Well, where can they find you, Danny, please?
Snapchat, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter.
Can I ask you something? Serious question now, Danny, because look, I want to try it next season. I want to try and, do stuff on Twitter and stuff like that. Like how the hell do you find time to do it all?
Easy. I set time in the day to go on what I'm going to do.
I don't know.
Easy.
I still got to keep up with this. I do. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of Red Bull, Jess, it's empty. That kind of monster's gone.
I actually thought Stu were going to say I actually find it hard to keep the time. Never mind.
That's why I don't wear a watch, Danny.
No, me neither.
Neither do I.
Good point, well made. It's easy to do on Twitter because Twitter is, I call it, The problem is with social media, it can be a wonderful thing if you use it in the right way. It's a horrible thing if someone don't agree with you.
I've only got Twitter. I'd like to see Leeds fans meltdown when it don't go well.
I've got Twitter for one thing and one thing only, and that's to do team news, and that's it. That's the only thing I use it for. Very rarely put comments up. Very rarely. I'll very rarely do all on Twitter. Stu can't tell the time very well. No, you're right, Jules. You're right, my love. That's right. That's why I'm glad I'm married, Jules, because I wouldn't have a clue what time of day it is.
What time is it now, Stu?
Sometime in the afternoon, Danny. I use Twitter only for Sheffield Wednesday lineups. Some people are idiots on Twitter. Yeah, I agree, Danny.
Yeah,
I agree. But again, if it's used the proper way, like Facebook and everything, it's brilliant, fantastic. People don't use it the proper way.
I put something on Twitter last night. I put Bamford's catching the lazy Dutchman. Let's see who scores more goals at the end of the season. The amount of replies that I got, people going off their heads.
So you didn't get many. So at a percentage, how many were positive and how many were negative?
Probably about 10 positive and about 400 negative.
Wow. See what I mean? That's the point. There, you just answered my point there. That's right, Paul.
You know what most of it were about? Oh, I don't know how you can be behind Bamford, what he did to us at Premiership. Hang on a minute, there was 10 other players.
Yeah. And Bamford did play 60. It's about Bamford did play 80% of that season.
No.
They were injured.
And when he did play, we were only 7% fit.
Totally agree. It's midnight, Jules is saying. Brilliant. Kels is saying, for me, Twitter or X is the most toxic form of social media.
I agree.
I agree. Do we take Bambi to the Prem? Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah,
so.
Over Perot, 100%.
all day long.
Good point, well made there, Stu. Thanks, Danny. Do we give a chance? What to Bambi? Of course we do. If you're on about Bambi, I think we have to give him a chance.
At the moment, Bamford's our only proven Premiership striker.
That is true.
It's very true. We did it in first season, didn't he? Then he got his, he was due to play for England, and he got injured. So,
Yep.
That was under Bamford for Premier League when he was fit. That was last time we played match fit. So yeah, I strongly believe that you can criticise your players, of course you can, but don't keep beating them with that same bloody stick. It gets boring. Right, well, has anyone else got else to want to say? And I'm Denny's got one last point for Denny. Bring it down, Lee. Would you like to buy Barry Bannon of Sheffield Wednesday for $8 million? A few years ago, yeah, I would have bought Barry Bannon. Yeah, definitely Barry Bannon.
I'll tell you what. I'll buy Barry Bannon off you for a flake and a double decker.
Packet of Watsits and a dandelion and burdock for me.
Yeah. He's too old. Too old. Leeds won't be going for players that age.
To be fair, Danny, right? He's been a loyal servant to you at Sheffield Wednesday. He could have gone a few times in his career, but he chose to stick by you. Yeah, he's on good wages, but he stuck by you, definitely. Right, well, if no one else has got else to want to say, Jess, we'll start wrapping up, Lee.
Yeah.
Right, so do you want to thank everybody for joining you? Oh, you're right. You're now on 6 Diet Cokes and a bottle of Baileys for Jess.
I'd love to know you know how I like Baileys because you've only just started watching me.
Next one down. But it's the Premier League, Stu, and if he plays crap, then the fans turn. If he plays rubbish, Jules, we bring him out. We bring him out outside, and hopefully we're buying. We replace him. We rotate him for another player. So yeah, I agree. It's. But don't look at Bamford for the end of last season when we got relegated. Look at Bamford for what he's done for us in right now. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say. Judge him on what he's done now, not what he did when he wasn't even match fit. Because that's unfair. That's totally unfair on him. Not only, do you want to thank everybody for joining us.
Thank you for watching Lee Statham TV.
It's a goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from him.
Goodbye from me.
Take care, everybody. Speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.